common feature in fish keeping, but is it really necessary? Filtration, pump, aeration, water circulation. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, welcome again to another episode of Fish Keeping Jamaica. Welcome to my channel. So this is a common feature within aquarium, hobby, fish keeping hobby. That is, aerating your space, your aquarium. And these are some goldfish which I have. I think it's 14 of them. And one is kind of going. I think it's 13 now, right? I think I actually misangled it, taking it out of the pond. Alright, so the question is being asked whether or not the whole aeration is actually necessary. Now, I have been keeping fish in my backyard for the past from 2017, so you can check about 6 years, 7 years, right? And I've been keeping them like this. I've been able to keep fish, breed fish, trade fish, and care for my fish within this space. Now, I have roughly 17 of these containers laid out along this line where you have the inflow and the outflow piping. I did a video on that. I'll put a link to that at the end of this video. Coming back to the theme of this share, I'm talking about the whole idea of aeration, oxygenation, how you allow your fish to actually breathe freely, oxygen and all that within this water space without water pump, air pump mechanism that really needs the water to be oxygenated. Now what I do is use plants. Now getting my fish ponds like this, and I'm gonna be sharing the reason why I actually have submersible pump in this space. Just give me a few. Now the whole idea of plants within pond system like this have generated a lot of discussion amongst persons that are regarded as fish keeping enthusiasts, right? It is of the opinion that you need to change your water regularly. You need to have some means of aeration. You need to put plants in it and all that. Well, for me, that's not necessarily the case, right? I have been able to breed, keep, trade several species of fish: yellow lab, blue lab, manganos, goldfish, all those fish that I've actually been featuring on my channel, right? I've been able to keep them within this space, and the only time I actually place them within an aquarium is where aquarium with aeration and filtration is where I'm about to sell them, or I just like these fish and I like to keep them indoors. Now the yellow labs that you saw at the beginning of the share, those are yellow labs that I've actually extracted from this pond, right? So these are the adult yellow labs, and they have been breeding for the past less than a year, and I have been able to collect several yellow labs from them, and I have been able to sell a few, right? And I can make money. Now as you can see, there's no aeration, no inflow outflow, because generally what I did, I had a big and I did this in a few years ago, where I shared how this feature actually ended up added on to the system, right? It was because I had an external pump, and the external pump, after 2 months, I realized that it's actually rake up a lot of expense as far as electricity bill. So therefore I disconnected it, but allowed the piping to stay, and it works for me in the sense that it acts as an I call it overflow, should in case a heavy rainfall and all of this is messed up. I mean, like, filled up to the top. These are my main gardeners. I have collected a few babies from it, and you would have seen that share just recently, right? And these are my mosquito fish, and inside the mosquito fish container I have two average size severum. I'm going to be moving those shortly. Now, I only keep fish 3.5 inch to 4 inches in tubs like these. And normally, whenever I do keep fish that large, the amount is between 1 and about 5, because the larger the fish, the more oxygen, the more aggression, the more I would experience fish death. When fish are small like these, convict cichlids in which I have, right? When they are small like these, I tend to keep them for a bit, because if I in this container, I mean, right? Because if I do place them into the container with the larger convict cichlids, the larger ones will actually consume them. Now, the larger the fish, the more need for oxygenation. So therefore, that's the reason why I have added, I call it, submersible pump box filtration system for this. So I have one for here, I have one for my aquaponics system, right? um, this is a G50 GPH pump, and it's actually being used to oxygenate my fingerlings, which is probably going out of fingerling stage, to water my lettuce stock. Rain fell, so I'm kind of get beat up, but anyway, they will come back, right? And I also have submersible pump that deals with my 4.5 inches jack density which I have. Now, surprisingly, my goldfish, which is about 4 inches also, probably more, they are in this green mucky water, right? And my goldfish are just using aeration. Being it that is not a lot of them, the space is large, and they thrive in conditions like these. Now, as far as my tilapia is concerned, these are my tilapia fingerling stock. This is where I actually sell my tilapia from. Like, for example, persons in whom the volume of fish within a space like this can determine the amount of plants, the amount of water, and the amount of fish that will actually survive within the space, right? Now, for me, I use the volume of fish as a marker as to when I need to step up the game and place some form of aeration within the space. Alright, so here I have roughly about nearly 400 tilapia, right, within this space, and some person will say that's a lot. I have plants, I have aeration, and it is outdoor. And if that's not enough, the breeze, yes, the wind. The reason why this is placed on it is because, as you can see, leaves would have actually fall in the water, adding to the bio load, and I would have to actually change water very frequently. In addition, the water will become excessively green, thick, just like this is more exposed, right? Now, what you should know as fish keeper outdoors, right, is different from fish keeper indoor. Now, you have an aquarium, and you have a lot of plants, and you have a lot of light on the plants, and you don't have any aeration. That might just work. However, the plants and the fish need some amount of movement. Yeah, plants do need a little bit movement, right, to push it to look really good. And the fish need a little movement so as to help to oxygenate. There's different ways in which water gets oxygenated. Through plants, through an insect actually pitching on the surface of the water. Yeah, the water move, right? So me actually coming by and shaking the water like that, water is oxygenated. Also, during, like, when breeze actually blow over the water, it kind of, allow the water to vibrate. Oxygenation do occur, right? For me, I am grateful that I have the opportunity to actually keep fish outdoors. I would not advise keeping fish indoors within a close environment, not having aeration. But as long as you have the opportunity to have systems outside, aeration is like secondary, meaning like depending on the volume of fish that you are actually keeping. So for me, for the past 6 years, 7 years, 2017 I came on YouTube. I actually spread out my wings from about 2015. So nearly 9 years I've been outdoors, um, doing fish keeping, trading, and making some monies, guys. Yeah, I do make monies from actually keeping, because remember, real estate in Jamaica is very expensive. Well, anywhere, right? So having the opportunity living into the suburbs, I'm able to have my containers without disturbing anybody, keeping my fish. The aesthetics of my yard is well kept because this is like behind my yard. So therefore you wouldn't really see all the system unless I carry you in my yard, at the back of my yard, to show you. So you coming into my yard, you won't know what's going on at the back, right? So I find that this is just good, right? And I'm able to do some aquaponics. You have been enjoying the series so far, I know, and by the comments, I can guess that you are impressed, and I thank you for all your kind comments. And I've shared it with you several times. You know, having my tilapia for food, and I've actually taken out some of them and I've actually bred them over on this side, and as soon as they reach a certain size, I would move them over to the larger container. So as far as aeration of the space is concerned, the whole pump and water, whether it be water pump or air pump, is not necessary one in which you would have to kill yourself to get. You just need to pace yourself as to what type of fish you have. Oh, some fish are delicate. Some fish are delicate, so they can't be kept out here. They will die because of the rough life, right? They require a certain amount of pH. They require certain amount of um, they just require a certain amount of setup so as to survive. And I've had a few of those, and I've had a few deaths, right? As rough as the blue dolphin is concerned, I think blue dolphin and Malawian cichlids, Malawian peacock, um, are one of those, two of those fish that I consider to be delicate. Delicate in the sense that they will actually die or get ill if kept out here for too long. So therefore, those fish I would keep inside in my aquariums, and others like my life bearers, my other emboma cichlids, my oscars, my jaguar cichlids. Yeah, I'll keep them, and my severum, I'll keep them out here. Thank you very much for stopping by, guys. It has been a pleasure sharing with you. Peace out. Catch you next time. Bye bye.